Our Puritan ancestors believed in predestination. God had already chosen who was going to be saved, which presents a problem. How do you know who's going to be saved? Well, the way you know, and the way you prove to others that you're worthy, was by acting so perfectly correct on the outside that no one had any doubts about your perfection on the inside. You know that someone is good on the inside because they act right, they pray right, they earn lots of money, they look good, they eat right. Some of those actually are our assumptions today, not theirs back then. This is, though, this sort of a theology, this is a theology of self-loathing. No matter how perfect you seem on the outside, no matter how good you do, no matter how perfectly you say just the right words in just the right order, down in the center of yourself, you will never be good enough, no matter what you do. And you should be ashamed of yourself because deep down you are bad and broken and cannot be fixed. Shame breeds self-righteousness and self-certainty. Shame like that means you can never learn anything new. It means you can never say, I was mistaken, because the risk of imperfection is shattering. You can't admit a mistake. You can't genuinely apologize. You can't make repair in a relationship, because all of that would be to admit that you're less than perfect. We have long since left our Puritan ancestors' theology, and our Puritan ancestors' theology has long since ingrained itself in our culture. It is an act of profound bravery to walk away from that kind of living. Not once and for all perfectly, but day by day, choosing not to live a private theology of your own unworthiness. It is an act of love for yourself and a blessing to the world to come back home just to being a regular person again, to let go of perfection and to let go of unworthiness. These words from my friend and colleague, the Reverend Erica Hewitt. As we enter into worship, put away the pressures of the world that ask us to perform, to take up masks, to put on brave fronts. Silence the voices that ask you to be perfect. This is a community of compassion and welcome. And you don't have to do anything to earn the love contained within these walls. You don't have to be braver or smarter or stronger or better than you are in this moment to belong here with us. You have only to bring the gift of your body, no matter how able, and your seeking mind, no matter how busy, and your animal heart, no matter how broken. Bring all that you are and all that you love to this hour together. And find that feeling. It's like a spiritual chiropractor lining our bones back into place again so there's something solid in you for your soul to stand on, that you belong just exactly where you are and as you are. Even if you've never been here before, you already belong. That transformation from a stranger to someone already home without knowing it, that's the invitation. It's the promise of this congregation and many others. An invitation into an undivided life that is whole in our brokenness. We are a community of memory and of hope. And our joyfulness, our celebration, the laughter in this house, it's not naive. We know how, every one of us knows how difficult it is to be a person in the world. Maybe it's not sharp this week, this moment today, but you know it. We know how many times we're asked to mask who we are, to live in fragments instead of as whole people. We know how many parts of this nation say we don't count. That you don't count because you're a woman, you're queer, you're too old, too young, not white, not Christian, not the right kind of Christian. We face that reality. And instead of despair or nihilism or avoidance or denial, we remember in every breath, you don't have to do anything to earn the love contained in these walls. We are a community of memory planted at the gates of hope, already worthy and beloved in our imperfection. Remembering that, coming back home to that, is how we become a people who bend the arc of the universe toward justice.